Welcome to the A to Z Golfing Podcast with Andy Cezanne.
Hey, everyone.
I'm Anthony Zampano. We are presented by AM Golf Trips, where camaraderie and competition come together locally and nationally. Please visit amgolftrips.com today to sign up for free. Andrew, are you ready for 2022?
Yes, I am. 2021 was great, but really looking forward to what we have in store here.
With that being said, you start off the year new. You start off the new year from Woodbury, Minnesota. Rob McGuire. Rob, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
And you're ready to go for 2022 as well, right?
Couldn't be more excited.
That's awesome. Everyone's got their vacations out of the way, right? Everyone's gotten through the holidays. Everyone's been asking what we were going to do with this for the past couple weeks since the national championship. This is the new format. We're going to bring it to you. There's cameras. There's different angles. There's cables all over the place. Andrew, please fill us in on what is going on right now. What am I seeing so everyone knows?
All right. Well, we got our Rode Procaster Pro. I said Pro twice on there, but whatever.
Yeah. Rode Procaster
Rode
Pro.
Procaster-ish thing. That guy's recording our stuff. We got our new StreamYard we're going on, so we can get up to 10 guests on here at a time. So that'd be fun. We could just maybe get a bunch of people on here. We got our lights. We got our cameras. We're doing it. Cords, mechanicals, everything.
It's really amazing to see. It's really just a whole spread. It's like a buffet of cables. It's like a buffet of cables, right?
It took a whole week to try to figure it out, but we got it. We're working, hopefully.
It's just one of the exciting things for 2022, and one of the biggest things that we have been talking about through this off season and promoting out there, so on social media and talking to new people and getting things prepared, not only for Las Vegas and Pebble Beach as both sold out events, but the anticipation with Forest Dunes and obviously going back to Kohler. And where I want to start this evening is obviously the Super Bowl. We did it last year. The atmosphere in Las Vegas last year might have been a little bit in the surrounding area, might have been a little bit down. But for you, Rob, what are the differences that you're seeing this year for the upcoming Super Bowl trip in comparison to last year?
Oh, well, great question to start. I think first and foremost, there are so many more new people who are attending this year than they did last year. And so that's super exciting just to see, the word of what we're doing is getting out there. More people are getting excited about it. We're welcomed at a fantastic set of golf courses. So I'm just excited that, people are starting to appreciate what we do and how we do it. And they're getting behind it. And so I think they're looking for a great golf experience, and we know we'll give it to them.
Yeah, as a part of that, I think as we've gotten into this, I think talking to more and more new people is like you always get just these little like Instagram messages or Facebook messages or even text messages if it's somebody that you've known and it's their first time. And one of the cool things that I've been talking to them about is I've been trying to send them back to the website for them to look at like a lot of the photos that were taken last year, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, and hopefully you can correct me if I am, Andrew, but I think that was like your first like real showcase, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it?
I did a little bit at Paynes Valley last year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my first. I'm going to get this. That was my main gig, was that to do the pictures at that place.
So with that and with all the new people coming, and I know Joe Corsi always has you do a photo collage for him.
Yeah.
So minus the 45-minute to 1 hour Mr. Corsi photo collage, you've been there, you've seen all of the different stuff. What is one of the things that you're looking forward to for the player's experience through what you do out there at the events?
Yeah, well, getting to know the course is definitely a help, because I know where to stand to get a picture going in on it. And last year I played in the event, so this year I'm just doing pictures. So I like getting pictures out to everyone that plays with us. I try to get a picture of everyone so they can. I like to put my pictures up on social media, and so does most other people. But also the drone that we got, I'm interested in getting that in, so people's shots, they can take those and look at them, share them with all their friends, and show them what we do.
That's going to be awesome. Have you filed for the permit over in that private land that, no permits for this one?
No, I have my drone license.
You have your drone license. I like it. Really.
It's official. You added that to the resume too.
It's an official. I actually, did you add it to the bio on the website at amgolftrips.com?
I don't think we have added that yet.
We haven't added that yet?
A license.
Let me edit. That'll be on there tomorrow.
Yeah.
So Rob, run us through the weekend, would you? Run us through how things are going to go down. Let's talk a little bit about Friday. We'll get in depth a little bit about it. I know that it's one of the things that we talked about adding when we were out there last year is I know we'll be going to Wolf Creek, but kind of give me the long and short of the Thursday and Friday interaction before the actual event.
Yeah, so one of the things I think that we are learning and we're doing new this year is we're kind of adding the bonus rounds, essentially is what we're bringing into the equation. So on the Friday before the event actually starts, we've got a bonus round up at Wolf Creek Golf Club, one of the most recognizable golf facilities really in the country. So we have about 2/3 of the field opted in on that. So we will head up early on Friday morning, play a good skins game round, have a good time. I'm sure Andy's going to just fall over himself with the ability to take the pictures that he's going to get.
The video game course, by the way. It's the video game course that everyone knows from the Tiger Woods game.
Right. So to be able to bring that to people's attention and give them the chance to see it in real life is awesome. Right. So after that, then we will have what we're calling our rally point, a little introduction for the players since, it is a bonus round. A third of the field will be traveling in. And so we'll all kind of get together on Friday night for some casual get together and kind of go through the weekend. Then on Saturday is really when the tournament itself kind of kicks off. We'll do 36 holes, playing the sun course and the snow course over at Paiute Resort. So that's going to be an intensive day of golf, two player better ball. And then on the Sunday round, carrying over would be the third round of the tournament itself. We'll get to play the Wolf course over at Paiute Resort. And then we'll follow that up with our Links Drinks Super Bowl party. Got a few new twists there this year that I think people are going to enjoy. It's going to have square pools, raffles. There's going to be a cigar lounge, all you can drink, food. It's going to be a great time. Super Bowl on the big screen. And then to kind of wrap up the entire weekend, if you will, we'll have another bonus round on the Monday after. We'll play Cascada Golf Course. And so another bucket list facility. They claim to be, just an out of this world golf course. I haven't played it yet, so I'm really excited to kind of get out there and do that. But I think one of the benefits of the bonus rounds is now the golfer is getting a chance to kind of build their own itinerary in and around this tournament that we've built up together. So really excited about the ability to kind of go to three different facilities, I should say, and then the ability for us to kind of just let the golfer enjoy the weekend and make it how they want.
It's all incredible. And I think that's kind of, when we went last year, with the Monday round being at Shadow Creek, it's obviously very hard to say, okay, let's try to find a comparable golf course to go there as a new experience. But I think what we've done with putting our heads together is coming up with those two courses. I mean, Wolf Creek alone, I think, is going to be absolutely spectacular for the person that really likes the photos and likes to take videos on the golf course and likes to get that type of stuff. And I know Andy's really excited about that. And I think that's going to be, that to me, I think is going to be one of the prelude into the tournament, because Paiute is gorgeous. I mean, everything that we were a part of last year that led into the Corn Ferry Tour event that I think is there a couple weeks later or something like that, is really cool. Andy, what outside of the event itself, one of the things that you're looking forward to most for Vegas weekend? Besides, some of the gambling. Wow, I didn't know he was going to go there. I thought we were going to go into gambling, but he just wants to throw himself under the bus right away.
Yeah,
I might start 2022 on a.
Isn't she coming?
No, we just knew this week she's not coming anymore. COVID scare and everything. So.
That'll change next week. Don't worry.
Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to. I like the hanging out with everyone at night, going to the casinos, gambling, and of course the food they have there.
Yeah, it's going to be an all-around great event between the Super Bowl and everything going on, and you have the Phoenix Open going on, the Waste Management is going to be going on, and everything coming together. We have a couple people that are also going to be joining us for the event. That's going to make it even more special. I know that we're going to be doing a couple cool things on some par threes, might be jamming. Get some live music going, get some really cool stuff going. It wouldn't be live. It'd be more like through the sound box, but it'll be really fun and kind of have like sort of that party atmosphere that you see down in Arizona and try to bring a little bit to Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we've got a few tricks up our sleeves that we're kind of going to hold back a little bit to for the participants that they're going to find out kind of on the fly, if you will. But we've got a couple of guests and a couple of friends of the family, we'll call them from that side, that will make an appearance and just really add to the event and just make it that much better of an experience than it already is slated to be.
Yeah, and obviously I think, it's started our year the last 2 years, and it's such a great place, and I don't ever want to not give it as much focus, but, and this is kind of like an easy transition, is that I've been talking to two people individually and together for the better part of like 18 months about where we're going in March, right? And where it started and the evolution of it and the reason why we started this on its path, and for it to culminate, and it's getting so close, and I'm so nervous about it. Like, it's one of those great nervous moments because I'm trying to like keep like a calm face, like looking at all the photos that you're putting on social media, Andrew, of like the upside down on 7 and then on 18 out at Pebble. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't see it. Like, I don't really see what people see in this course. And I'm doing that just as a front. That's just a front. Okay. I'm trying to be strong. Are you
lowering the bar? Are you trying to lower the bar?
For myself, I am, because I feel like I might pass out. Like, I might just, it might be like a euphoria where I'm just like, you know what? This is it. If I jump off of the back of 18, I'm happy for the rest of my life, but I'll probably survive, and then someone will have to come get me, which will be a little weird.
I can't believe we're doing this like almost back-to-back months here. I mean, we're about a month apart going to...
That's not going to sound good, by the way. I'm so sorry that I just coughed like that.
It's great that you even touched him too. Like,
you just see the hand. Oh, where's it coming from?
It's coming through the camera. That's what it's doing.
I'm just like, the fact that we're doing these within a month from each other, it's going to be a good month, February and March. The rest of the year is going to have a lot to live up to.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about Pebble Beach, and obviously we've known about it, we've been planning it for so long, and for the both of you, the one thing outside of the fact that there's going to be an event there, and it's going to be a lot of people that we, new people that we have known, families are going to be there. I mean, the amount of families that are making it for this trip is amazing. What's the one thing that, like when you say that we're going there, minus the fact that my body temperature has gone up about 6 degrees since I said Pebble, what's the one thing for you, Andrew, that is going to be, is like the one thing that you're looking forward to the most?
So that the 17-mile drive they have, I'm interested in doing that. I mean, I heard it's beautiful, and me doing pictures, I mean, I just want to go up there and do it. Like, just
so basically the same thing that you do at all the trips. You're excited for the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Andy Cezanne, ladies and gentlemen. I love the video because I can kind of do the pointing. No, Rob,
easy to please.
Yeah, he is definitely. I mean, obviously, that's like the scenery is going to be very overwhelming. So for somebody like him who gets off on the scenery,
I get geeked on it. Yeah.
Rob,
it's just the ability to go set foot on one of the iconic places. Can I say in the world? I mean, I think it's probably the most recognizable golf course in the world. To be able to bring people there to have that experience. You guys know this about me. Like, I do this because I enjoy, obviously, the moments, but I enjoy bringing people to these moments. That's kind of what gets it going for me. So just the whole idea of setting foot on the ground, putting a tournament together, kind of checking people's bucket list, opportunities, I think is just, the whole thing is just awesome. And to your point, Andy, I don't know if there's a better way to kick off the year. A fun, great environment at the Vegas tournament, right? Super Bowl weekend, just a great fun time. And then to visit one of the most iconic places in golf. I don't know how the year can get better, but I know we have a lot of stuff planned, but I mean, it's a great way to start the year.
Well, you know what, Andrew? Stay tuned to future episodes of the A to Z Golfing Podcast, and you will find out what is happening in 2022.
That sounds amazing.
You like that?
I think I will.
You like that?
Yeah.
I mean, Anthony, we'll just ask Anthony the same question as to what he's looking forward to the most. So thank you guys for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it's the history, and I think going to be walking through some of the fairways and being sort of the nerd of golf, and from all the countless U.S. Opens to just everything that we've seen. I mean, Tiger in 2000, from all the stories about Jack, from even seeing some of the AT&T National stuff, knowing the celebrities that have walked those courses, or if you remember a hole out or a shot that went here, or saw a guy in the U.S. Open that had to play backwards from the rough and stuff like that. That, and then seeing how it is, how the topographical, that's right, how the terrain is, because we see it. I've never been to Augusta. Rob has. Andrew?
No.
And, we see the slope on television, but everyone that you talk to that's been there says you don't realize how it is until you get there. And the slanted fairway on 9 at Pebble, the drop off, I believe it's on 12, to the fairway on 10. To me, those are the things that I geek out about. And I think that's where I'm trying to just kind of be like mellow about it, because I feel like I'm going to be the guy that is like putting divots in like bags and like putting it in my golf bag to bring it home and like mark it, like hole 1 divot and so on.
I can tell you're generally excited about this and trying to hold it. I've never seen you this geeked about a course.
It's all about the topographical view of the golf course. And you've been doing a great job of setting that up, because some of the photos that, I mean, obviously you always see the photos of like 7 and 12 and stuff like that, but you've been doing such a great job even with other people's photos through the world of photography. I hope I'm saying all this right. By presenting that. And it was the one photo I'm like, what is this? I thought it was from like the lunar space shuttle. Yeah. And all of a sudden it's like some guy with like drone aerial footage. And I'm like,
yeah, he's one of my favorite guys to follow. Channing. I'm going to find his name, then post it on this one, but he's a great follow, and he's the resident photographer for Pebble Beach.
Speaking of the 7th hole, curious, what do you think you're going to be thinking about when you're on that tee box? I know what I'm thinking, but what are you guys thinking when you're on 7? You're probably the best viewable par 3 in the world. I don't know, maybe Sawgrass 17's better, but what are you thinking on the 7th tee box?
Don't hit it long.
Yeah.
I'm going to be standing up there trying to think of how did Tom Watson hit a 4-iron off of this tee the one day in the U.S. Open. I mean, how strong was the wind to where you hit a 4-iron from like 108 yards or something like that, or whatever he did, like a little chip 4-iron. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to just be very mellow with it, because
lower the bar.
I'm trying. Yeah, I got to bring it down to like realistic expectations before we get there, because I feel like it's just going to be once you get to the plane, then you fly. It's just going to start building and building and building and building, and not taking anything away from the other places that we're playing. I mean, historically, they're all amazing golf courses out there, which is all a part of it. But obviously, when you're putting together the trip, it all culminates the final day. And I think it's really awesome that now, and hopefully everybody has realized it by now, but playing the hay, because from what I've been hearing from people, it is just like a very cool atmosphere. It's on site. It's just a really cool thing. And it's another thing that sort of headlines it because it's Tiger Woods' short course. So it's a really cool sort of add-on to this event. Rob, can you talk to us a little bit more about the other courses that are going to be going into that weekend?
Yeah, so we'll obviously be at, I think we'll kick off the weekend at the Links at Spanish Bay. So it's kind of their introduction course, if you will. And then on the Saturday rounds, we will be at Spyglass. And so, some might say that is the most picturesque course of the entire resort. I think Pebble Beach gets the notoriety because of the iconicness and the holes that we see on TV. But Spyglass, from 1 to 18, they say is just as beautiful, and if not more, and picturesque from there. And then final round will be at Pebble Beach. And then what we're doing, and you mentioned it, the hay course. We'll be playing the hay course actually each day. We'll have smaller groups playing the hay course each day, and that's something that, again, I think we started to do here at AM Golf Trips, is to incorporate some of these short, fun courses for just that competition and camaraderie side of, let's go out and hit a few more balls, but let's have a little bit more fun with it. A little less pressure, nice way to kind of end the day in a lot of ways. So, couldn't be more excited to introduce our group to that, being that it's brand new, Tiger Woods. I've heard it's a ton of fun, and just the ability to bring more people there and again, check off the list is just going to be really exciting.
Yeah. To get back to mine, I think I think when we're on that course, a lot of times I'm going to be thinking kind of, I'd say, but like about my dad. Like I would just be like viewing out at the ocean, sky, all that stuff, and just wishing he could be there with me. But at the same time, knowing he's looking down on me, enjoying that I got that opportunity in life to get there.
And it's going to be an honor to share those moments. I mean, obviously we've shared moments together through hardship and I think that's the beautiful thing about golf. And I mean, not to make this into some huge sort of bring it down to like someone would say a little depressing mode, but we've all shared moments out on the golf course where we've lost loved ones and we've been able to be with our friends and sort of pass on what we're seeing in the moment with them as they're viewing it from heaven. So it's obviously, if some people say it's the closest place to heaven in golf, well then for anybody out there who's going and wishes that somebody could be there with them, then obviously I hope you get that same experience that Andrew's going to get on this trip.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty awesome. And, you know, we have 2 other trips coming up. And we are going to talk about those as we go forward in the next coming weeks. And that's what I want to do because I want to cover some of the other things that we have been doing here going forward. We obviously are going to be in the 2nd year of running the AGT series, which is the 4-ball series of what we do. And a few years ago, Rob and Matt Grubich, who is not on this video, but he will be, not tonight, but potentially at a later point.
We're saving him for later.
If we allow him. We're fortunate enough to head down to a very lonely place and get to see the Streamsong Resort. And our AGT series is culminating at the end of the year in December at Streamsong. And I want to talk a little bit about that. I've never been there. Andy's never been there. And I know Rob has, and you've been talking about it for the better part of 18 months. There's a lot of people out there that have been to this place. I'm excited to go. It's literally like in the banjo capital of the world. Everyone says you can hear banjos as you're driving to the golf course. No,
it's remote. I don't know about banjo.
It's remote. Remote would be
remote. Yeah,
got it. So, talk to us a little bit about. We were at Big Cedar last year. Everyone loves Big Cedar. Give me a couple of the differences between it, and one of the things that you're excited about that is different in comparison to Big Cedar.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a ton of success last year's AGT Series National Championship at Big Cedar. It's a place we all love. If you haven't been there, you got to find your way there for sure. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Don't worry, we're going back. But I think really when you start to compare what the 2022 AGT Series Championship at Streamsong is compared to the 21 is, first off, they're 2 very different facilities, right? This Streamsong Resort it's a recently built, it's not even 10 years old, the whole property. It's an old mine that was basically left for nothing. A company came in and said, yeah, we can build a golf course here. And they were like, it's 45 minutes, an hour outside of Tampa. No, you can't. No one's going to come here. But the successes of like the abandoned dunes of the world, and these remote destination golf courses that have popped up really kind of, breathe some life into the idea of this could happen. So when you get to Streamsong first year, they take you to the hotel, and the hotel is just this beautiful palace, great restaurants, amazing rooms, fishing ponds. Like I can't even put it all into words of what it is. And then you go to the 3 different golf courses and you forget you're in Florida. You absolutely you're like, no way, this can't exist in Florida. No trees. You're expecting palm trees. You're expecting perfect grass, you're expecting all this, and you don't get any of that. Instead, you get rolling hills, you get sand dunes, you get kind of prairie type of grass, you get blue water, you get green fairways, you get red ferns it's an amazing visual place. And you actually, the word that really comes to mind when I'm there is it's a little bit of serenity, because you're just kind of out there and you're playing golf. It's a walking only facility. So you get the ability to kind of walk with a caddy or carry your own bag, and you just kind of forget that you're just in Florida and that you're playing golf. And it's just an amazing golf buddies place to go and participate. And again, so I think the ability to bring people there to showcase this this great facility. I think people are going to be blown away with how spectacular it really is. So
You sold me.
I think
got to qualify.
I have to qualify.
Yeah.
You have to qualify, and that's the beautiful part of it, because it puts the first event, your qualifying event, makes it that much more desirable once you're qualified. It's something to look forward to. It's something that you build with a partner. And that's why I love the national championships and how they're at places that really are predicated on wanting to bring another person with you, bringing a partner, because then you're not by yourself. You're enjoying it with somebody that you know. The camaraderie that everybody from our organization, from all the other people that qualify, they all come together. I mean, just being around what we did at the mountaintop course the day before the tournament at Big Cedar Lodge, and then the putting contest presented by Swag Golf, is a lot of things that everybody is a part of, and then you start seeing people talking and what are we going to do next year and how are we going to do things. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get down there. I know George and Brian have been trying to be like, hey, let's go down. Let's go play stream. And I kind of want to wait, because I kind of want it to be that ultimate surprise, even though it's 11 months away. But it's just
great bookend. It's a great bookend of the year, without a doubt, right? Like, just to go Vegas, Pebble Beach, Streamsong. I mean,
yeah, and those formats all coincide together, and I think that's really cool. And I think that's where sort of the regular season is the regular season with the national championship, and then you have these sort of, these trips that are sort of like the one-offs where, it might not just be 2 people going, it might be a group of 4 and 8, and we're starting to see a lot more of that with 4 Canadians are coming down for the Vegas event, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a group of like 8 people coming out to Pebble Beach. And those are where you really start to have the fun, because those are their groups. And then when their groups add into other groups, that's really when the community starts to to come together. And that's really the biggest thing, is what we try to do here is the community.
And we saw that happen at our national trip, people not knowing each other and leaving good friends, giving phone numbers and everything else. I mean, that's what I like what we do. The camaraderie is great.
That putting contest at Big Cedar is the perfect description of what you're talking about, Anthony. We had 100 people around the putting green, and there was little groups that knew each other, but then they're cheering each other on for this putting contest. And the second putting contest you did, where what was it, a 200-foot lag putt?
Yeah,
I don't even know what it was. It was crazy, right? And it was like a bowl shaped around the entire green, and people are just excited, and they're high-fiving people that they didn't know 3 days ago.
No. And somebody hits the putt, and you have to wait so long for the putt to get there that everyone is like predicting what's going to happen. It's like, it's
10 feet past.
Too far to the right. And then it starts coming back, and they're like, oh, wait, here it comes. Here it comes. I mean, that was amazing, and it was awesome. And I love doing stuff like that. And we've been changing up sort of the putting contest, but also to have Blaine there to sort of introduce a lot of the things and a lot of the building of relationships that we've been doing. I mean, you got live music behind you. You got food over to the other side. You got a putting contest going on. You got a loudmouth on a microphone. You got music. I mean, there's
Matt was on a radio and a clipboard running around all over the place.
Yeah.
I had a drone flying by.
Yeah. Domino's, I need 8 large pizzas delivered to the wilderness right now.
Yeah.
And just so everybody is clear, I didn't want to miss this point. I actually had to write it down on my piece of paper, because I've been taking notes. As a part of this, I have been told that in previous episodes, I have really not done a great job of extending myself to my co-host over here. But Rob said that at Streamsong, water is blue.
The water's blue.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
No,
I know there's a blue course, but I didn't know
the water is blue. I think I've heard this somewhere before. Like in life in general, water is blue.
Water is blue.
Water is blue.
I also said the grass is green too.
The grass is green. So hold on, let me write this down.
What color is the sky there? Is that
yellowish?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely blue. Sunsets are fantastic though.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And then I also said the grass was red. It's like a red, rough.
It's like a reddish fernish, like a red fern.
Yeah.
Red fern.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the color contrast for the photographers out there.
It's gonna be fun.
And then you got green
some
gators.
filters.
Green gators. Are they gators or crocs there?
I believe they're alligators.
Alligators.
Now we're gonna have to fact check this.
Okay, we're definitely. I mean, that's more for Frank. That's really for that's really for Frankie Alimo. That you have to make sure that he can break down what animals are going to be there, or reptiles, or there you go. Thank you. See,
you bring up a really good point, because now when I go through my checklist of places where you got to go, I have to make sure there's some sort of wildlife for Frankie.
Yeah,
because
you do.
Wildlife, he's in it, and so it's part of the when we reach out to these golf courses, what's the wildlife, and then we bring that back to Frankie and let him have some fun.
Yeah, when that's the first question, is not about like where we're going in 2022 or 2023. It's just like, do you know what animals are going to be on the golf course? I mean, that's when you really know that you're dedicated.
Yeah, right. I mean, attention to detail, right?
Yeah, well, because he's got a prep, right? He's got Nat Geo going. So and we've had enough group chats to know where like I've explained what he's doing on like a Friday night at 9:00, and it's literally the phone is open looking for golf in the summer. He's got UFC or some sort of gambling thing on the television, and then he's got the MacBook open, and he's probably looking at Nat Geo, and he's probably translating the golf course to what animals are there, so that he
looking at migration patterns.
Yeah, like he found some course in like South Africa in like a cougar national park. I think we heard about it like a year ago. He doesn't shut up about it. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if you're going to get me on a plane to go to a cougar national park. So Frankie,
just know that it's on our checklist when we look at venues to book. Wildlife is a box that we have to check.
We are trying to think of everything possible out there. I mean, that is legitimately what it comes down to. So, there's going to be a couple. No, not really. Didn't go off the rails. We've gone off the rails way worse than this, Andrew. Before. It. Okay. How's your popcorn?
You just never know what you're going to get.
It's good. I love it.
All right. You liked how I threw in there about how I haven't been helping you with the notes, right? Did you like that part?
It was great.
Did you like that part? I can't wait to see it on video because I want to see his facial expression.
Feedback.
Call it feedback. Yeah. How do you do the show in your head? Okay. It's a very solid thing. So I know we have another introduction that we're going to be doing. I want to do that at a later date. I know that I have to sort of set it up for the future, but one of the biggest things that we have been working on going forward, we're not going to get into it to it a lot, is on the next episode we are going to introduce the first city series, which is going to take place in Chicago. I know it's something that Rob has been working diligently on, and it's going to be really cool. And I can't wait to hear more about it because I really haven't heard a lot about it. Familiar with the concept, but it's going to be fun. But I wanted to end the new show, the introduction to 2022. I wanted to end it with, we've had the entire off season. We've been doing a lot of this, refiring up this video podcast and getting it going and having more interaction with the people out there. I wanted to go around. Andrew, one event specifically you're looking forward to the most in 2022?
For me, it's tough because I'd like to say Pebble, but I'm actually super excited to play Forest Dunes. I didn't know anything about this course coming into this year, and then Rob said, "Hey, we're going to Forest Dunes." I was like, "I guess I have to look up Forest Dunes," and the information I found out about it was spectacular. So, I mean, the founders from Streamsong, I believe, bought it. And they're redoing everything with it. And so Forest Dunes just went on sale 3 days ago for us. And I'm probably going to get out there with my boy, Danny Z, if I can, and play that course. I mean, just everything about it. I believe all 3 courses are in the top 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
well, it's technically only 2 courses, and that's the nuance, right? There's the one that's flipped, but yeah.
Yeah. The loop is the black and the red, same course, 2 different ways. I mean, it could be gimmicky, but sure, I like gimmicks and I want to play it. So I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to Forest Dunes.
Rob?
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. Pointing.
I don't know if I can really give you a good answer on this. I mean, I think when you think about Vegas, Pebble, Forest Dunes, Kohler, Streamsong as our 5 major events of the year, and then you sprinkle in our 24 ball events and our 4 city series events, we've got a great year coming without a doubt. But if you're really going to hold me to it, there's something just special about Kohler. I don't know. I mean, you guys know it's a place I love dearly. It means something personal to me. It means something so much more than just the golf itself. I mean, and that's saying a lot because I know we've got a lot of great places to go. You can tell me any of the places, you can say, pick something about each one and I can tell you something, but Kohler's home to me. So going back to Kohler is always, it's just something I love to do.
And Mr. Zappano, how about you?
Yeah. So for me, this is something that we started talking about it last year. It was an idea that I had from talking to a lot of great people that we have met over the years. And for myself, every event is special in its own right. And even the regular season events. I love traveling. I love the new things that we do, the experiences with the putting contest and the live microphones and doing all that stuff. But the one event specifically that I'm looking forward to the most, you're going to actually have to wait to hear more about it because it's booked. It's just I don't want to break the seal on it yet. So how about that?
All right.
You like
Just
that?
gonna leave it.
I'm going to leave everybody hanging. I'm leaving everybody hanging for right now. But I will tell you this. It's going to be the first of its kind. It's going to be exclusive. And it's going to be something that is needed desperately in the game of golf in every state, in every community, and it needs to be a focal point going forward this year, next year, and for the entire future of golf. And that's where I'll leave it.
I got chills.
I know what it is.
Well,
Rob knows what it is.
I don't even know what it is. I need to find out after we get off the air.
So I wanted to, we'll leave everybody with this. Coming up on the next episode, we're going to cover a couple more things. I kind of wanted to split some things in half. Forest Dunes is going to be a priority. It's trip number 3 of the year. Kohler will be the last AM golf trips of the year. And Rob is going to go more into detail about the first city series that will be taking place in Chicago, 4 2-day events across the summer, spring and summer. That is actually going to culminate in a lot of guarantees. It's one of the things that we're going to put ourselves out there and put our mark on, but we are going to have that for the next episode, and we look forward to bringing that to you in the coming weeks. And Andrew, any final words?
No, just Happy New Year, everyone. Can't wait for this year to start for us all.
That's awesome. And Rob, final words.
Thanks for having me. I love hanging out with you guys. Really excited for 22. Can't wait to get started. And I think it's 4 weeks. We're in Vegas.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. Please continue giving us feedback on all our social media platforms. For Andrew Cezanne, I'm Anthony Zampano. Let's have a good night, and we'll see you in 2022.
Thank you.
You guys are good. You guys are good.